Hi, thanks for being with me today. My name is Mark Albert, and today we're going to look at 7 ways or 7 tips to improve your credit score. And it's important to improve our credit score because if we don't, we have poor credit. And so when we apply for credit, whether it be a mortgage or credit cards and other types of credits, we may pay a higher interest rate, which means that over the span of our life, we may end up paying more money overall on all of our debt. And that's not good. So the first tip would be to pay your bills on time. It's important to pay your bills on time. 35% of the weight of your score is based on that. Now some people wait till the very last minute to pay their bill. Now that doesn't always work well because if you get busy one day and all of a sudden, oh yeah, I'm supposed to pay my bill, then you're late. You're one day late, you're still late. And that's not good. So some people, they'll pay online and then the instant you're paying, they don't get that transaction on that very given day, so know how many days it takes. Sometimes you're better to pay several days sooner than you would normally pay. Just in case there's a delay, then you've paid on time. If you forget, you've still paid on time. So that's good. You always make your payments, make them on time. Secondly, keep your balance low. So if you got your credit cards, and you're always fairly maxed out, or you spend a lot on credit cards, and your balance is high, then that's a problem, right? So TransUnion and the federal government, they say on their sites that if you can keep your balance below 35%, then that's good. That's the ideal, the optimum. So that's something to consider. Just keep your balance low. Thirdly, pay off your balance in full every month. So what that's saying is, if you have credit cards, you use credit cards, only put on your credit card what you know you have the money to pay it off in full before the end of the billing cycle. Always pay your bills on time. You shouldn't be using your credit cards as a means for, things that you can't afford. That's not the purpose of it. Interest rates out of control. That's not a wise use of credit. So fourthly, review your credit report for possible errors. So you can go to TransUnion and Equifax, get a free report sent to you once a year. I'm going to do another video on how to do that. So you get it, you take a look, you look for inconsistencies, you look for errors. Hey, there's human errors in you name the company, there's mistakes happen. So if a lender made a mistake in reporting in, that's going to count against your score. So you can get that fixed, and we'll explain how to do that. So you check to make sure everything's A-okay, and then you move on. Fifthly, increase the length of your credit history. So the longer you have credit history, the more they know how reliable you are at managing that credit. So I've seen people, they have multiple credit cards, all of a sudden they cancel them all and get new credit cards, right? And you know what? All of a sudden they have new credit and the old credit's gone, and along with the the history impact, stuff like that. So if you have an older credit card and there's no annual fees, let's say, and you're not really using it anymore, keep it. It stays on your record. Don't leave it dormant. Use it once in a while, make a payment, pay it off on time, and then that stays on your credit history in terms of length, and that's better. Number 6, limit number of credit apps. So a couple years ago I was helping a guy. We ran a credit report and he had a horrible credit. So we looked at it and I explained to him what was going on. So he was doing some online shopping for a car. He did it over about 7 months. And every now and then he'd see a car he liked, so he would send in a request to ask questions. So he didn't really look at the fine print. So every time he sent a request, it gave permission to this third-party company who had dealerships subscribe to their service. So every time he did that, a range of dealers would check his credit score. And so over about 7 months, he had like 50 credit checks. And his score was the worst I've ever seen. And it was because what happens, it tells, in terms of assessing your risk, it shows that you're extremely desperate. You're looking for credit very desperately. But if you're looking for a car, do all those credit searches all within a couple weeks. So if multiple dealers do a check all within 2 weeks, it'll only count as one credit check because they know you're looking for a car. But if you do it over an extended period of time, then it's really going to start hurting you. Okay? Number 7, use different types of credit. So, if you're using your credit card, that's fine. And if you add other credits and you're paying everything on time, that's good. That's better. So if you have multiple credits over a length of period of time and you're always making payments on time, it's basically going to say this person is reliable, this person is credit worthy, and then you're going to improve your credit score. So hopefully this is helpful. Please feel free to subscribe and like the video, and thank you very much for being with me today.